Hello, class. Mr. Stone here. I have some problems here I put on the board. I received them from one of my good students, and I kind of wanted to go over them with everyone. Okay, they're proportion type problems. Okay, these ones that the student received, they're in a fraction type problem. You know, things are broken into 1.5 pounds. The next one, it's 5.5 pages. Okay, you can leave them like that into fractions, and you can work with the fractions, or I kind of always like to bring things back to decimals. I think I learned the decimal, conversion from fractions to decimals, and it was just easier working with decimals to me than fractions. But you can leave them in fractions if you want. If the teacher wants you to leave them in fractions, leave them in fractions and just work through that. But if you want to work them with decimals, and even if the answer's back in fractions, just convert it back in your head. I think I kind of learned early in life conversions in my head, like 1/5 equals 0.20, 1/3 equals 0.333, 2/3 equals 0.666. So I kind of was able to go back and forth myself. I put a couple conversion tables, there's 8 or 9, 10 of them up there. They're the most popular, and even if they're not there, like the 1/3, you can double that and get 2/3, so you get 0.666. Okay. If you leave them in fractions, just remember we've covered this in previous tapes. Okay. Remember the keep, change, and flip. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, on division of fractions, you keep it, you change the sign from division to multiplication, and you flip it, and then you just multiply. And just remember, when you multiply on fractions, you go straight across. Okay, straight across with both ones. Okay, so you get just like that, and you get your answer. Okay, so that's how you do multiplication of fractions, straight across. Okay, and then just remember the KCF method. Okay, but we're going to leave these in decimals. We'll put them in decimals, and we can go from there. Okay, so one thing I always like to do when I do proportions, I write a little, I'll say just a little note to myself on the side. So we'll read through it, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, it says the label on a 1.5 pound bag of wildflower seeds states that each will cover an area 375 square feet. Based on this information, what is the number of square feet that a 1 pound bag would cover? Okay, so the big bag, the 1.5 pound bag, covers 375. So a smaller bag, 1 pound, how many would that cover? Okay, so hey, let's write my little note on the side. Okay, I'm going to write a pound, over, and I'm going to write area. Okay, area. Okay, so that way I keep both sides, because you got to keep both sides the same. Okay, so I got pound 1.5. Okay, 1.5 makes 1.5. Okay, and the area is 375 equals, now the pound they told us was 1. Okay, over x. So I carry this through, cross multiply. Okay, so I cross multiply each one of these just like this and get my new equal sign. Okay, so I'm going to have 1.5 x equals 375. And remember, we got to get x by itself. So what are we going to do on this to get x by itself? We're going to divide both sides by 1.5. So we divide this side by 1.5. And we divide this side by 1.5. And, hey, let's see. Lo and behold, the answer is x equals 250. Let's see if that's one of the answers they give us. Yeah, look at B. 250. Okay? That's all there was to it. I want to tell you another. So say hypothetically, okay, you're running out of time and you don't know how to do this. Okay? You don't know how to do this. Okay? Let's just put a little logic on this one. Okay? So we know a 1.5 pound bag, which is bigger than a 1 pound bag, covers 375. Okay? So that kind of common sense is going to tell you that a smaller bag is going to cover less square feet. It's going to cover less. It can't cover 375 because it's a smaller bag. So that tells you D, 750 square feet, ain't the right answer. And 562 square feet, that ain't the right answer either. Okay? And now I don't even know how many square feet 1 over 250 is. That ain't even a square foot. Okay? So, without even doing any math, I just solved that problem. Okay? So, a lot of times in things like this, you can, like on an SAT type question, they're not looking for how you solve this. They're just looking that you get the correct answer on your answer sheet that you turn in for PSAT, SAT. Your teacher is looking for exactly what we just did up there. Okay, they're looking that you know how to solve this. Okay, and that's the important part. But just remember, if you're doing an SAT, PSAT, and you're running time and you say, whoa, I don't even know how to do this, or this is too hard, you can actually go through this and you can say, shoot, these two are too big. They're never going to work. And that other one, I don't even know what 1 over 250 is. That ain't even 1 square foot. It ain't even a couple inches. So 250 was the correct answer. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay. Now, it says Mrs. Graves gave her class 12 minutes to read. Okay, Carrie reads 5.5 pages in that time. Okay, so hey, let's see what she got. So that's number 3. Okay, I'm going to write time over the pages. But this writing this thing on the side is very, very, very important, okay? Because you have to keep both of these equal, okay? So, how many do they read in 1 hour? So let's see. So the first time is 12 minutes. Now, this is the key now because it's in minutes, okay? They read 5.5 pages. Okay? Equals, okay, now the key is here, right? It's not just 1 because it's not 1 hour because that 12 isn't 12 hours, it's 12 minutes. So how many minutes in an hour? It's 60 minutes, okay? So we just converted the hour into minutes because don't forget, if you have to work with apples to apples and oranges to oranges. So both have to be the same. So if that top thing is in minutes or feet or yards or inches, the other one has to be in feet, yards, inches, minutes. Okay? So for it to work, okay? Equals X over X. Okay? How many? So let's do this. We'll cross multiply again. You'll cross multiply. So we get 12x equals 330. Okay, so now we got to get x by itself. Remember how we did that before? It's 12 times x. So the inverse of 12 times x is division. So we divide both sides by 12. Divide this side by 12 and this side by 12. These two 12s cross out. So x equals 12 goes into 330. According to my calculator, it's 27.5. Square that off so the teacher knows that's my answer. Hey, I'm going to square off the other one. I forgot that. Teacher knows that's my answer. Okay, yep, let's see. Is that one of them? Yeah, look at number C. It's 27.5. See, so they took the 0.5 and they put it back in the half pages, okay? And you can quickly do that in your head too, okay? So that's the answer. So I'm going to circle C, okay? That was it, okay? Now, this one here, like the other one, you can deduce that it was the 250. But this one here's a little tougher, okay? Like, it took 12 minutes to read 5.5 pages. So now, how many they read in an hour? Well, you already know it's going to be greater than A, because that's only 1 page, okay? And I don't think they're going to hit D, 66. I don't think they're going to hit that, okay? But your B and your C, that's kind of close. You might not be able to do this in your head, okay, quick enough, okay? But if you had to guess at the end, you got to toss up now, 50-50 shot of getting the right one, okay? At least you ruled out 2 of them, okay? But that's how you do it, and that's probably how your teacher wants to see it done, okay? So, let's move on to the next one. This is number 1, okay? They're not in an order, okay? I kind of took them off the student's page, and I kind of put them up here. I blew them up. I should have put them in order, but I didn't really realize until now that I didn't put the numbers in order. But a crew of highway work pavers paved 2/15 miles in 20 minutes. If they worked at the same rate, what portion, okay, of a mile would they pave in 1 hour? Okay, now, okay, I put mile over time. Over time. Now, you can break, like, in my head, I don't know what 2/15 is. Okay? I don't know that. So I can either leave this right now as a fraction because I can't quickly deduce what's 2/15, or I could calculate what 2/15 is. Okay? But I'm going to leave it as a fraction. Okay? So the mile, it's 2/15 to a mile. 2/15. So I'll leave that as a top number. Now, the time, 20 minutes. So I can put that at the bottom. Okay? This is going to equal, okay? It's going to equal x, okay, over the time. They want 1 hour. How many minutes in an hour? We're back to the 60, okay? 60. So now this is going to equal, okay? So we're going to cross multiply just like this, okay? So we're going to have 2/15, 2/15 times 60 over 1. You can put anything over 1, okay? So now, what's this going to equal, okay? So I could either come up with 100, I could either just multiply straight across and I come up with 120 over 15. Or I could say to myself, hey, I know 15 minutes goes in an hour 4 times. It's 4 times. 15 goes into this. So I could reduce this. I could make this a 1, okay? And I can make this a 4, okay? I could just reduce these, okay? So what do I got? I got 8 over 1, okay? Over 1 equals 20x. 20x. Okay, so that's where I'm at now. So hey, what can I do now? I come up with 160. These two will cross out. I got 20.